They say that the Delta begins right here in the lobby of the Peabody Hotel in Memphis, Tennessee, and it digs from Catfish Road in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Well, they also say that this hotel has 13 stories, and that's not true. It has thousands of stories. Stories of visiting presidents from Harry Truman to George W. Bush. Stories of diplomats and dignitaries and monarchs. And stories of the big bands from the 30s and 40s from up in the historic Skyway Ballroom on the roof. Well, also stories of the king of rock and roll and stories of family reunions visited and anniversaries celebrated. But through it all, the Peabody Ducks have marched from the rooftop all the way down to the lobby and back, and in so doing, they have woven the fabric which contain the faces and the names and the pictures that are the history of this hotel. But it all started back in 1869 when Colonel Robert Brinkley realized his dream by opening a state-of-the-art hotel just 2 blocks from here at Mezzanine Road. And they called it the Brinkley House. And it was to set the standard for cuisine and luxury in the South. Unfortunately, the Colonel's good friend and investor, Mr. George Peabody, passed away that same year over in Europe, and they changed the name of the hotel to the Peabody Hotel in his honor. Well, it went along there some 55 years at that location at Mezzanine Road, and hosting such diplomats and luminaries as Robert E. Lee and William McKinley, President McKinley. But then in 1925, on September the 1st, the doors opened to this beautiful facility we see here today at the cost of some $5 million and 2 years of construction. Well, that's not the whole history of this hotel, folks. So if you go up on the mezzanine level and check out our memorabilia room over in the corner, push the red button, and you will hear a narrative of all the names and faces and souvenirs of decades past in this hotel. My favorite is a certain document from the general manager, Mr. Gary Bell, to the executive chef of that day who was changing the menu, and he told him there'll be no duck on any menu of any restaurant here at the Peabody Hotel. Well, the tradition of ducks in the Peabody goes back a long way. In fact, in 1933, when General Manager Frank Shutt and his buddy Chip went on a cold duck hunting trip into the backwaters of Mississippi and Arkansas. They knew it was going to be a cold day, so they took along another companion, Captain Jack Daniels, otherwise known as fine Tennessee sipping whiskey. Well, it was going to be cold after all. They needed a little encouragement, but as the day wore on, apparently they became a little over-encouraged because they began to think that it would be a really funny idea to bring the lives of people that they had back in those days and put them in the fountain. They did. Then they slipped away to sleep it off with their rooms. And then the next morning, Mr. Shutt was a little concerned over the mayhem they had been caused the night before from his misdeed, and he rushed down to the lobby in time to find 2 surprises. Number one, the ducks were still here. Memphis had flown off to see Beale Street or private Memphis. And number 2, there was a crowd of tourists and guests that had gathered, and they were delighted with frolicking ducks in the fountain. So, they were given a couple of days reprieve, and it turned into a 79-year tradition. Well, in 1940, Mr. Edward Pembroke was hired for the hotel. He was a bellman, but that wasn't his only talent. He'd been an animal trainer with Ringling Brothers, Mark with Baby Circus, and an automobile accident made him so he couldn't perform his job for the most part. And he told management here that if you'll let me, I'll take 5 North American dollars, 1 male and 4 females, and I'll train them to march from the rooftop palace across the roof to the elevator, down to the red carpet and into the fountain every day at 11 o'clock. And then I'll march them back at 5 o'clock and put them to bed. Well, management didn't know what to think about that. So they said, all right, we'll give it a shot to see what we can do. And for 50 years, Mr. Pembroke guided ducks from the rooftop to the lobby and back. And in so doing, he became an ambassador of goodwill to the city of Memphis and to the Peabody Hotel. And he appeared in such venues as the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, the Sesame Street program, where he and his ducks helped to celebrate National Rubber Ducky Day. Well, they also did layouts and magazines for people noticed. I'd say that someone who's done their job so long and so have mastered what they've done. Wouldn't you? Well, management thought so, and so they bestowed upon every criminal the title of Duck Master. The world's first Duck Master here at the Peabody Hotel. Well, Mr. Edward is no longer with us, of course, but his spirit is here in this lobby. And if you'll look up on the wall by the southwest entrance when you leave today, you'll see his smiling face looking down upon us with his beloved ducks. Probably thinking he does a better job than what we're doing. Well, that's the history of the hotel and a little bit of tradition of the ducks. Today, I am honored to have an honorary duck master to assist me in my duties. And this is Connor Enderby. Come on up. How are you? Now, Connor is here because her parents are asking her to be an honorary duck master because they know that she has the leadership skills and the integrity that it takes to lead ducks on such occasion as this. Now, to get this done, we have to do a proclamation. So I'm going to read that right now. Whereas the daily march of the world-famous Peabody Ducks is a time-honored tradition, begun in 1933 and attended by countless visitors. And whereas the care and protection of Peabody Ducks must be attended to on a daily basis and can only follow a person of high standard and great distinction. And whereas you are such a person, be it resolved that on March 18, 2012, Connor Enderby has been chosen honorary duck master. There you go. Performing your duties and helping to get these lessons back up to where they belong tonight, I'm going to present you with an honorary duck master's cane. There you are. I'm so glad to have you. Yeah, it is just about that time. So, I told you the story about the hotel and about the ducks. Now, I'm going to give the signal, and we're going to cause the John Phillips March, the United States March, to play. We're going to march these ducks right up that red carpet. When the elevator door closes, you too will be eyewitness to the world-famous march of the Peabody Ducks. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and your attention, please. Welcome to the historic Peabody Hotel. At the center of the grand lobby, the point where the Mississippi Delta has been set to begin, stands the classic Peabody fountain, carved from one piece of Italian travertine marble. Although famous in its own right, the fountain is better known the world over because of its residents. If I may direct your attention to the fountain now, you will witness a tradition begun in the 1930s at the South Grand Hotel, an experience uniquely yours as a guest of the Peabody. Preparing to return to their penthouse on the plantation roof for the night. Ladies and gentlemen, the march of the world-famous Peabody Ducks.